Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Is this the most random start to a video I've ever done? It's a continuation on from what you might remember if you watched it the last time, which was I discovered a forgotten bag of 1960s Cindy clothing. So I thought I might as well just see it through because I kept a little bit. Again, this bag has not been opened for decades. These are 1980s items. So I didn't have a lot of Cindy's or Barbies. I had a few, but I kept them. I just had the bag. When I had little cousins, they used to ask to play with them. So I had a reason for keeping them because they would come in handy for entertainment purposes if you were babysitting, things like that. And also, as you probably gather, I do like collecting things that trigger interest in me. And I think fashion, obviously, I mean, I work in the makeup side of things. I think a lot of people that are into the creative side when they're younger, they say, well, I might be a fashion designer when I grow up. I think almost every child that was interested would draw clothing designs. I was heavily influenced by Dallas and Dynasty and all the 80s bands back in those days. Used to watch Top of the Pops every week. Absolutely obsessed with how pop stars looked. Oh, just loved it. Used to buy magazines before I could even read properly, just because I just wanted the magazine so I could look at everything. So I like to do my honourable mentions first. So these have been dressed like this in the bag for I do not know how long, but I do remember these so much. This was like the sparkly 1980s jumpsuit. Her hair is still, that's how it was. So I could not tell you how long her hair has been like that. But yeah, so there you go. I loved that jumpsuit. And you used to think when you were younger, oh, I'm going to have stuff like that when I'm older. Oh yeah, that happened. I think this might be when they changed Cindy and made her more like Barbie. She's got a bit of a Cindy face. Someone can confirm, but this is a Barbie 1980s. So many people will recognise this dress. It's quite a famous one. It looks a little bit gappy. She needs to get it sorted. Look at the hair. I can't do anything with it. Probably cut it, but I can't get her hair to sit still. I tried to sort it out. And then this Barbie, her head fell off. So her head got glued on. And then I actually remember, it came back to me when I saw the hair. I cut that. And I don't think that's too bad because look, I've gave it a little, you know. So I must have at that time thought, oh, I can do a bit of a graduated bob. I stand by that. Look, I stand by that. I think there was a little grain of talent in those little hands. And I stand firmly by that haircut. Yes, you need to sort it out, but I think that's lasted quite well. And then I loved this outfit. I mean, it's a bit strange now, but it was her fitness stroke ballet leotard. And it came with the little ballet skirt, but it just tied, oh sorry, that was a bit inappropriate, tied at the back. And I loved that. I just thought it was great. So there you go. And then the other honourable mentions are Shira. She's lost her sword and now she looks like she's swearing at you. That's not very nice. That might be a bit of a British swear, but she's lost her sword. So I loved Shira. I think she looks a little bit like Gillian Michaels, the fitness lady, just a passing resemblance. So Shira was brilliant, loved her. Flower fairies, I've got quite a few of the flower fairies things. Now, obviously her hair's been cut and I'm not standing by that. It must have been me, but I don't know how that happened. But you can see, anyone remembers the flower fairies, and what would happen is that you would take their wings, they were interchangeable. So I remember getting flower fairies things for Christmas and absolutely loving it. Flower fairy, almost like a house, but it was more like a sleeping, it was like a pod. And I always remember once being at school and one of my flower fairies, their wings fell down the drain when we were playing, and a really nice workie actually opened up the drain and got my flower wings back for me, and I've never forgotten that. And that was a long time ago. So she's had her hair destroyed. I don't know what I was doing. And I do remember this, but I haven't Googled what it is, but I do remember. So I've obviously tied its hair up. I think they were like little wizards. I do remember, but I also don't remember. But again, I've tied that up very 80s. If anyone remembers what that is, I can Google it, but I haven't. Very vague. I remember the doll, just a very vague memory. Was it a cartoon? I don't know. And then also just to show you, somebody, maybe me, probably me, tried to iron this and damaged it. Very 80s dress. I always think Dallas. See, whenever I think of my 1980s Barbies, I think Dallas. So just to scoot through, this is actually Cindy. This is one of the things when I told you I know it wasn't mine. I think everybody's Cindy's or Barbie's had some sort of ballet skirt. So I'm no different. But this definitely wasn't mine. So I remember it was one of my friends, and I don't know how it ended up in that bag. But likewise, there's things that I can't find here. So no doubt they're long gone. This is like a power suit, power jacket, power suit. I can't take it out because it's actually made of plastic. So it's disintegrated over time. You can probably see all the white powder. So it's stripy. She had her little clutch bag. She meant business. She was going to the office. But it's one of those examples I was saying in the 60s video. That stuff's lasted really well because it was quite sturdy. This stuff, 80s, the quality is very different. Disintegrating, just falling apart. Honourable mention to random shoes. These are all Cindy shoes. Cindy had bigger feet than Barbie until they changed Cindy. So we've got a couple of pairs of trainers here. They're quite bulky. And then I have to show you. I just loved those slouchy 80s boots. But look, they've got nail polish all over them. Again, you tell me a kid from those days that didn't cover their Barbies or Cindy's, tried to paint their nails, realised they didn't have nails, covered them in nail polish. Happened to everyone. But look, that's like Cindy's 80s trainers. But then they did change her and she became more like Barbie. Oh, another honourable mention. I can't find it. Again, somebody's got it. I didn't have a gem doll, but I did have one of the Misfits. I had Roxy. And I can't find Roxy, but I've got Roxy's dress. I've got some gem... something's felt under here. What have we got? Oh, we've got a shoe. Some gem combs. I think that's Gem's microphone, but I didn't have a gem. So again, we are inheriting other people's items. An earring. I think this went round her neck. Gem and the gang. Gem and the holograms and the Misfits. They had big feet compared to Barbie and Cindy, quite big feet. That's definitely a gem shoe, but as I say, I didn't have gems, so it's funny what you inherit. And then a random Roxy bracelet. I nearly said necklace, a bracelet. So we've got a random little gem bag here. Just pop these all back. But it's amazing what you've collected. All of this just fits into one bag. It's not a lot of stuff. Okay. Just a random oh yeah, do you know what else is in here? Oh. The comb that you attach to their hand. Some random shoes. Oh, do you know what goes with the comb that attaches to the hand? The Barbie shampoo. I don't know if that can be zoomed in. Barbie shampoo. She had one in each hand, like that. Rockstar. I think that was late 80s, I think. And this definitely had something that went with it, but I don't know what. I don't know if it's like a little gym top. But I remember loving that. And then just some random shoes. The towel wasn't mine, it was my friend's. But again, I don't know how it's ended up in here. But if that's ended up in here, who knows what was originally mine that ended up somewhere else. Look at this. This is quite nice quality. So it's a woolen skirt, almost like a fishtail, with this, these are so Dynasty Dallas. So this is Barbie. So it's got the corresponding sort of cardigan coat and then the elegant little hat that you can wear however you like, maybe to the side. Very Parisian. That's cute. I won't take this out because again it's disintegrating. Just a classic. It's not, it almost feels like felt. but I think that was meant to be quite a luxurious evening coat to put over your extremely luxurious dress of choice. I've got pictures of this. I got this, the Barbie actually came in this in the box. So it was this lights up in the dark, and then this either went around her or around the umbrella, which is here. So the umbrella's in here, and then we've also got the, what would you call that again? Feather boa. I'm sure there's another name for it as well, but it has a feather boa too. And then it all lit up in the dark. And so in the house, we would run into the cupboard and close the light so that we could see this light up dress. I mean, how easy pleased. We were so easy pleased. And this, again, I don't think this was mine, but this was another, look at the, it's tiny, these little icicles lit up in the dark. So you would put Barbie into this outfit, run into a cupboard, and all the little icicles would go this sort of pale blue. Memories. And there's only a couple more. So I showed this at the end of the Cindy video just to show that the quality definitely changed as the years went on. So this was a 2-piece that you bought. So this was the halter neck dress, backless, and then again the fishtail skirt with the very 80s power dress belted top. I mean, you can just, there's no shoulder pads in it, but you can just visualise the shoulder pads. And then they came with shoes, of which I only have one now. And then the last two, this was a little reversible jacket, so very 80s, super-sized, and then you could reverse it and make it rainbow. And then I remember getting this, I think it was for a birthday that I got this. I reckon I would have been about 5 or 6. And I wasn't mad keen on that, because even at the time, I thought that was really 70s at the time. I was like, why would I want that? So you either wore this outfit with this little cowl neck top, or the outfit that I preferred, because I couldn't wait until I worked in an office so I could wear something like this. And then when I started working in offices, grunge and everything like that was in, so you didn't even consider anything like this. I liked that. And look, it had a little handbag. And she did have shoes this colour, but they're long gone. And it's just a little handbag. And I just always thought, oh, this is just my Dynasty outfit, my Dallas outfit. But I was more into this than that. I thought that was really boring. And I thought this was like the goal with the little bag. So it's just funny how times change. I think that's got the little Barbie. Does it? Yeah, Barbie. Do you see that? Barbie fashion. So a little trip down memory lane. These ones I think are in, I don't know if better condition's the word, but these seem to have held on a bit better. I don't know why. Again, there is 20 years of a difference in the clothing to begin with, but we certainly got our money's worth. So I hope you either found it relaxing or interesting, enjoyable, might have kicked up a few memories for you. Let me know if you've got any collections, anything like this. It's always good fun to know, because it's nice. I'm not saying that you should hoard everything that you ever had, because that's a problem in itself, but it's really nice to hold on to some things that have memories attached to them. I like that. And if we don't all hold on to something, then how are they going to fill these museums down the line? We need to think about that. So have a lovely day, and I'll see you again soon.